my dear students, good morning. Students, let's start reading the next part of this chapter. Right from the passage number, this is the passage number third. I leaped, as you can see here, I leaped to the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. The horse did not move. I leaped to the back of the horse. Jumping high, the narrator finally got his position on the horse. He sat down on the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. As soon as the narrator sat down on the horse, he started taking some fearful feelings in his mind. Awful stands for a dreadful fear, horrible fear. He started imaging of some horrible fear that seemed to be coming towards him at that moment. He thought that if the horse dropped him down, he would surely get badly hurt. The horse did not move. Though the narrator had already sat down, taken his position, or we may say that the narrator had already mounted the horse, okay, but the later didn't make any kind of reaction. But the later stands for the horse, but the later did not move. It remained quite quite stable there. It remained okay in standing position. It did not move. The horse did not move. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Murad said. What are you waiting for? We have got to take him back before everybody in the world is up and about. Looking at the narrator, Murad thought that it would not be possible for him to make the horse run from there. That's why, being compelled to that time situation, he suggested his cousin Aram to kick into the muscles of the horse, and he also asked him what he was waiting for. We have got to take him back before everybody in the world is up and about. Murad also told his cousin Aram, the narrator, that they had already decided it. They had already decided to take the horse back to its safer place, back to the place where they would like to hide it quite secretly. By the time everybody in the town and in the surrounding areas got up and started doing their works, started wandering here and there. Kick into his muscles, my cousin Murad said. Again, I would like to give the explanation for you. Finding it out or looking at it, we may get any one of the two explanations. Finding it out that his cousin Aram could hardly make the horse move from there, Murad suggested him that he should kick into the muscles of the horse so that it could start running from there, and he also asked him what he was waiting for. Since he wanted to tell him through that statement that they had already decided to take the horse back to the place where they would like to keep it quite safe, and where they would like to hide it before everybody in the world is up and about. By the time all the persons in the town and in the surrounding areas got up and started doing their works. I kicked into the muscles of the horse. Following the words of his cousin Murad, the narrator kicked into. The narrator kicked into. Okay, the narrator hit the muscles of the horse with his heels. With his heels. Once again, it reared. As soon as the narrator kicked into the muscles of the horse, it stood on its hind legs, rear legs, back legs, and snorted, and the horse also started snorting. Then it began to run. Oh, thereafter the horse started running fast. I didn't know what to do. As soon as the horse started running fast, bete, the narrator Aram got really so much frightened to see it all, and could hardly he could hardly think what he should do to control the horse, because the horse had started running very fast, quite swiftly. Instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, this time the horse started running, but instead of running to the same direction, okay, which he had already got the first time when Murad had already taken him there. So instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, instead of running to that particular direction which he had already which he had already adopted, which he had already got in the first go, the horse ran down the road to the horse started running down towards the road that led to the or leading to the not that led but leading to the vineyard of Dikran Halabian. Dikran Halabian is the name of a person, whose vineyard was also available there in that open land, in that countryside area. So instead of running across the field to the irrigation ditch, this time the horse started running down the road leading to the vineyard of Dikran Halabian, where it began to leap over veins. As soon as the horse reached there, it started leaping over the veins there in that vineyard. The horse leaped over 7 veins before I fell. Okay, by the time the narrator fell down, by the time or before the narrator fell down, the horse had already leaped over 7 veins there in that vineyard. Then it continued running. When the horse had made such kind of reaction, and when the horse had seen it that its rider had already fallen down to the ground, it continued running. It started running continuously. And it started running continuously, leaving the narrator lying down on the ground quite alone. My cousin Murad came running down the road. When the narrator's cousin Murad, happened to see it all, that the drama, that the horse again had started running, in some specified direction, and the narrator, his cousin Aram, had already fallen down to the ground and he was lying on the ground. He came there to the narrator, running fast through the road which the narrator had already used while riding the horse, through the same road, running down the road. While running down through the road, Murad came to the narrator in order to know about his condition, as well as in order to get help from his side, in order to get his help, to catch the or to find out the horse that had already run away from there. I am not worried about you, he shouted. Murad told his cousin Aram, quite angrily. Being so much angry, Murad told his cousin Aram that he was not worried about his condition, about him. We have got to get the we have got to get that horse. He told him that they had already decided to find out the horse that had gone somewhere in that area. You go this way and I will go this way. Murad, okay, decided two ways, and the one way was given to his cousin Aram, the narrator, and the other way was taken by him for himself. If you come upon him, be kindly, I will be near. Murad also told Aram that he came very near to that horse, if he found out the horse, he should be very kind to it, he should be very kind to him, not it, he should be very kind to him, because he would be coming to him very soon, and he would be very near to him. Okay, he need not say anything to the horse. He need not say anything to the horse. I continued down the road, and my cousin Murad went across the field toward the irrigation ditch. Both the narrator and his cousin Murad started walking down their particular roads, and Murad, okay, started walking across the field toward the irrigation ditch, since he knew it very well that the horse might have gone to that particular direction, and he, okay, started running to that direction in order to find out the horse. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back. Murad took hardly 30 minutes to find out the horse, and he also brought the horse back to the narrator. All right, he said, jump on. All right, he said, jump on. The whole world is awake now. When they had already got the horse, Murad told the narrator that he should mount the horse very quickly. He should jump and sit on the horse very quickly without wasting any time, as the whole world is awake now, as each and every person in the town and in that area had gotten up. Okay, had gotten up, and they had already left their beds. Now they were out of their homes, and they could see them and catch them also. What will we do? I said. The subject I in this story stands for the narrator, Aram. Aram asked what they would do. What they would do the next. Well, he said, we will either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. Okay, in response, Murad told the narrator that they had two options in their hands. Either they would like to take, okay, the horse back to its real place, back to its real residence, or they would like to hide him at some other place. They would like to hide him at some other place quite secretly, okay, until the next morning dawned, until the next morning appeared. They had only two options. Okay, the first one was they would like to take the horse to its real residence, to the house of his real owner, and the second option was to hide him at some place until the next morning appeared. He didn't sound worried, and I knew he would hide him and not take him back, not for a while at any rate. Through this passage, the narrator tells us that his cousin Murad did not look so worried. His cousin Murad did not look so much worried. Though the narrator knew it very well that his cousin Murad would hide the horse at some place, and he would not like to take the horse back to his real owner, especially not for some days, at any rate, at any cost. He was fully sure of it. And he took such kind of decision on his part. Okay, where will we hide him? I said. Again the narrator asked his cousin Murad where they would like to hide the horse. I know a place, he said. Murad told that he knew the place very well. He knew the place very well and he would like to take the horse there and keep him there quite safe, secretly. How long ago did you steal this horse? I said. Okay, it was the time, okay, for the narrator when he came to his main point and he asked the narrator, sorry, he asked his cousin Murad. Now he came to his real point and he asked his cousin Murad how long ago he had stolen that horse? How much time had passed since he stole the horse? It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed to ride. Through this passage, the narrator tells us that he suddenly came to know that his cousin Murad had been enjoying the riding on that horse, okay, for the last few days in the early morning hours, and he had come there to invite him only and only on that day's morning, since he knew it very well that his cousin Aram, since he knew it very well that he stands for the narrator better, he also had so much desire to ride a horse. He was also so much interested. He stands for the narrator in that speech. He also knew it well that his cousin Aram was also much interested in riding the horse. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. At that point, Murad asked Aram, who had told him something about stealing the horse? Who had told him that Murad had stolen the horse from somebody's house? Anyhow, I said. How long ago did you begin riding every morning? Okay, anyhow. The word anyhow stands for here. Okay, in this statement, the word anyhow. He told him, the narrator told him that however he had stolen or not stolen, it didn't matter. Moreover, whatsoever had happened, he did not want to go back to that point, but he wanted to ask one more thing. How long ago did you begin riding every morning? How long ago, okay, he had started riding the horse every morning, in the morning hours every day. Okay, not until this morning, he said. Murad told that he had not, okay, he had not used the horse before that morning. He had not used the horse on any other day, okay, except the morning of that day. He had not used the horse, okay, before the morning of that day. It was the first time when he had used the horse. Are you telling the truth? I said. The narrator asked him if he was telling the truth. Of course not. Of course not means he denied. He simply refused, saying that he was not telling the truth. But if he had found out, that's what you are to say. Murad also suggested his cousin Aram, the narrator, that if they were caught, okay, with that horse, so they both would like to say the same thing, that they had started riding the horse only from the morning of that day. I don't want both of us to be liars. Murad suggested his cousin that he did not want that they both, okay, should lose their respect in the eyes of others, and the other people and the people of their town, okay, could take both of them as the big liars, okay, as the big liars. A liar is a person who tells a lie. All of all you know is that we started riding this morning. Finally, he told the narrator that he should consider only one thing on his part, that they had started riding the horse only from that day, only from that morning. उसने कहा कि भाई देखो, यदि हम मान लो इस घोड़े के साथ में कहीं पकड़े जाते हैं तो सिर्फ हम दोनों को एक ही बात कहनी है, क्या कि हमने इस घोड़े को केवल आज सुबह से ही घुड़सवारी करनी शुरू की है। इस घोड़े की हमने केवल आज सुबह से घुड़सवारी करनी शुरू की है, आज से पहले हमने इस घोड़े को अपने पास नहीं रखा था। और मैं नहीं चाहता हूँ कि कहते हैं कि हम दोनों के दोनों दूसरे लोगों की नज़रों में झूठे साबित हों। इस प्रकार से हम दोनों को एक ही बात कहनी है, और इस प्रकार की बात उसने उसके सामने रख दी। ओके, अप टू हेयर ऑल राइट आई सेट। The narrator told his cousin Murad that he was totally ready to say it all, and he got agreed, and he would like to say what he had been told by him. आगे जो कुछ तुमने मुझे कहा है वही से मैं बताना चाहूँगा, इसके अलावा कुछ भी नहीं कहना चाहूँगा। इस तरह की बातें यहाँ पर आती हैं बेटा। Now we would like to close the story here. We would like to stop reading the story here at this point, since one more lecture will be given to you regarding the remaining part of this chapter. Thank you.